This is going to be a real quick and noisy video. I'm working on an ADC DAC booster pack and I just received my DAC chip, so that was the one I was missing on the board. I have already soldered all the other components, so the only thing I now have to do is rework this board and add the DAC. And it's also a good opportunity to flaunt my new soldering station that I won on an industrial design contest. I'm preheating the board at approximately 120 degrees. I don't want to do it more because the connectors are already in place and I don't want to melt them. But a little bit of preheating always helps. I've got the solder paste on now, way too much as always on one side and too little on the other side, but reflow soldering is quite forgiving. I've placed the IC, so now it's time to use my hot air station. I've put it on 380 degrees, very little airflow because I don't want to blow away the component, and let's give it a go. Hey, that turned out to be okay, no components blown away and this one is in place. I've just measured for shorts and that's all okay. So the next thing for me to do is mount it on the underside of this LaunchPad here and test my firmware. And to measure the output of the DAC, I'm using an ADC channel, so I'm going to put the signal in its own clacker. Hey, the first tests look promising. Look at the ADC1, that's connected to DAC1. I've put maximum output here and I'm getting 1000. I'll now put half the output. So putting half the value on DAC1 gives me also half the value on ADC1. That's good. Hey, and I'm using an application that's made by Peter Oakes especially for this application. So it's a SCPI front end that knows how to talk to the DAC and the ADC. I've now set 16,000 here as the DAC1 value. If I put 32,000 here, I get 1 out of the ADC. So I entered the command here, develop, because we're in develop mode, set DAC2 to 10,000. That's not volt, but that is the value. I get 0.317. I'll now put 16,000 in the command line and I should have close to 0.49. And there we go, 5. If I put 32,000, I should get close to 1. Sending it. Yeah, perfect. So DAC 1 and 2 work. Now I have to test 3 and 4. Hey, on first sight everything seems to work fine. I've now connected each DAC to an ADC and we'll use Peter's program to verify again if everything is working fine. So Peter's program is running and he has made an auto refresh, so he is querying all 4 ADCs every second. And let's now first set the first DAC to a value of 30,000. 32,000. I'm sending the command and we should see this DAC here changing value. Okay, now DAC 2, DAC 3 and DAC 4. So that works quite well. There is a little difference here between the 4 DACs. And that's something that we need to fix in the calibration of the device.